held his own on the interior. But now they'll have to stop Michael Jordan here. 89-86.
This is where I like him, at the point with Rodman guarding him. Will pop out.
Pop out, Rodman tightening up on him. Jordan faked, came back for daylight, couldn't get it to fall, but Pippen with an offensive rebound and a huge basket. That's a 5-point lead with a minute and a half to go. That's the biggest field goal to this point. Now it's Thomas coming back, and he is mugged on the penetration.
Hodges stepped up beautifully. The other end, Michael Jordan, of course, good shot, offensive position, but down this end, right here, I think Isaiah, a little over penetration, of course, from the rear, stripped as Hodges stepped up.
Well, the Bulls went to Cleveland, took away the home court advantage, did it in Madison Square Garden. Trying now to do it here a third straight time. And this against the top-seeded Pistons with Dumars replacing Johnson.
See that defensive switch now with Joe in. He'll probably step on a Michael Jordan. Rodman stepping on, pick up one of the big guys. Got to stay with it. Rodman on Jordan.
They're going to keep a taller Rodman on him. It's a 3-point Chicago lead. Jordan popping out, and Rodman's right there with him. Now he backs off a few feet, watching his eyes. Jordan with the fake, staying in the lane. He's going to give it up to Cartwright. 3 on the shot. Cartwright up high on the glass, and a foul going to be called against Chicago. 4 on Cartwright.
Great team stepping up. That defensive sequence, extraordinary. In the sense of Rodman denying the ball all the way out to half court. Now the positioning, the moving of the feet. And on the dish off, Cartwright unable to get a good shot and the charge.
Final minute of regulation. Chicago over Detroit, 91-88. So after rolling through the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, the Detroit Pistons have finally found someone who has stood up to them into the last few minutes of a game. With a minute to go, they're trailing it by 3.
Vinny on a curl. Johnson.
Dish inside Mahorn, didn't get the foul. I should say didn't get the field goal on the foul. That's what I meant. It wouldn't fall for him.
He's upset. Pretty plain. Well designed. I'm sure Doug knew they would go to Johnson, but you still have to execute. Even if the team knows what you're running, you do it right, you can get free.
You know, Mahorn has already tied his playoff high in this game with 17. Dumars returning for defensive reasons, and Johnson leaves.
When the Bulls get the ball, Brent, I think they should go to Cartwright, let him touch it. Michael with some penetration has been kicking to the wings. I think they go in and then back out. They've got a better shot.
Misfired on the free throws. Left Detroit down by 3, and here's Jordan at the 52nd mark. And that may have forced the Pistons into going for a 3 here late in this sequence with those missed free throws. We'll see. Good tight defense outside on Pippen. Shot clock inside of 5. And a timeout has been called. So the Bulls call the timeout when they're in trouble.
20 seconds with 4 on the clock, and that's a tribute to the denial, particularly of Rodman on Michael Jordan as he attempted to get free. Now on the inbound, you've got to pressure, make it a tough pass, and it's got to be a quick hit or screen down, get the man to make his move, catch it.
Interesting where Doug Collins brought this huddle. Out away from the sideline on the bench. No one can hear what he is calling right now.
Only one guy has to hear. Michael.
Well, we got to have an option up of Michael anyway, don't we?
Well, they better. Now the key is how they set up their screen. Remember, Jordan got free against the Knicks, caught it, and made a penetrating dribble move.
4 seconds. It'll be Cartwright. They'll have to hurry. Great defense that time by Mahorn, and the 24-second clock expires. 30 seconds to go now in the game. Detroit is down by 3, and you have the option. Go for the quick 2 and set the defense and hope to get the foul, or hoist the 3 up. What are your thoughts here?
I think they should go down, try and get the quick shot, challenge the glass, get the deuce. They can always give a foul to somebody and get another opportunity.
All right, Bill, we'll come back and see what happens in just a moment. "32 seconds remain. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Championship, the Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons. The Bulls battled their way here through a 6-game series against the New York Knicks. And they were a huge underdog. It was like about 9 points coming into this game.
Chuck Daly put a play in. It's a play he's run, motion, but they've stepped it out higher on the floor because teams were banging Vinnie Johnson out of bounds on the baseline. If they don't run the pick and roll, you might look running, getting a single screen on one side and a double on the other.
So the option here. Detroit has not been good from three-point land, and that's what they trail. So they could go for the quick 2, hope to draw the foul along with it, and then set the defense. We'll see what happens. Rodman will take the ball out of bounds, and Thomas jumps out, but they drop to Lambier. They wanted to go back to Rodman, and he was covered beautifully by Pippen. Now it is Johnson, and as he comes around, it's going to be called against Detroit.
Mahorn with the down screen, and you've got to get a shot.
Now, they're going to get the ball back. 29 seconds when they took it out of bounds. Desperately needing a stop here. Jordan trying to draw the foul. Rodman over on him. Jordan wants to go to the line. He keeps it on the dribble. Rodman not putting him on the line. And now underneath, finally the whistle sounds at the 18-second mark.
Now you want to play this game, you better learn how to dribble. Michael Jordan kept it away, ran the clock down. Chuck Daly wanted the foul much sooner. Rodman trying to give it, no call.
And Michael was not about to give it up. "30 points.
Just another day at the office.
And the Pistons about to lose for the first time in the playoffs. They still have 18 seconds to go. And it's 93-88. Now they'll need the quick 3, using their last timeout. So they must set their final strategy for 18 seconds, and we'll be right back. Well, underneath the basket right now is Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Brent, Doug Collins just gave out the defensive assignments. He wants his players to be particularly careful of watching Lambier go for a three-pointer. In a good-natured gesture, Jack Haley turned to Craig Hodges and said, "Hey, Craig, don't foul the three-point shooter." Right?
That's terrific.
A reference to the other night in the Chicago Stadium when Trent Tucker brought New York alive. What a moment that was. 4-point play, but then Michael kept it. Doug told him to, because he said they're going to put you on the line at the other end, and he called that right.
It's an obvious 3 situation, which means you might get an easy deuce quickly by going inside.
No, great defense by Michael Jordan this afternoon. It's Isaiah who's going to take it on Pippen. Short, banged into the hands of Paxson, and now the Bulls are going to take the home court advantage. Thomas wraps up Michael Jordan, but listen to this statistic. With that miss, Dumars, Johnson, and Thomas were 11 of 45 from the field. That's around 25% here this afternoon with the trio of outstanding guards.
And they are the envy of most teams in the NBA for their ability, and Doug Collins addressed it last night, to maneuver these 3 great players. So quite a letdown for Chuck Daly.
So the Bulls went into Madison Square Garden. They were down by 12 points late in that game, and they managed to come back. You could see the crowd just pouring out of here with 11 seconds to go. It is unbelievable what Michael Jordan is accomplishing in this great playoff run with the Chicago Bulls.